Welcome to another episode of Good Advice, where we have a woman here who's telling women to stop begging men. Now, before we get into this, because this is definitely going to trigger somebody, before we get into this, let me introduce myself. My name is Bertrand. I am the coolest dude on the planet, and I'm your friend. Confidence and clarity is the goal for my channel, so let's go ahead and get into this.
So my brother just married a woman he's only known for 7 months. Congratulations to my brother, and I love him, right? But this is the twist. He was with a woman for 10 years. Everything she asked my brothers to do, he is doing for this woman that he has only known for 7 months. Bottom line, bro, I love you if you're watching this, but I had to share it. Stop begging these men to do things you need to be done, because he is not going to change for you. He will never be the man you need him to be, because you are not the woman that he wants to be with. People change for who they want to change for. Stop preaching and start waiting patiently for your husband.
Whoa. Oh my God. Now, this woman to me is pretty. Oh my gosh, she is pretty. But let me say this. She's right. Now, she's right, but I feel like she's left some things out. So the good advice that this woman gave, she gave women 3 tips. Number 1, stop begging, which I would translate into nagging. Also, wait for your husband. What you're doing while you're waiting for your husband is super duper important. And men will change for who we want to change for. Now, there's conditions to that. So let's go ahead and have this conversation, because I do believe she left some things out. So the first thing is this. Why would a man marry a woman that he's only known for 7 months? Well, to me, this is really simple. He must be in a place where he can now afford things. Maybe this woman is his dream woman. Maybe this woman is the type of woman who makes him feel like the man. I mean, think about it. Some women just have a way of making you feel good about yourself, good about her, and just good about life. Women
the kind of husband that when people run into him, they be like, man, you really look good. And he be like, I got a wife, she take good care of me.
Life. Women do have a magical power that is usually misused when it comes to men. The next thing is, why would he stay with a woman for 10 years and never marry her? Well, it could be because she's combative. She became overweight. The sex died out. He wasn't in a position to be able to take care of this woman the way he wanted to take care of her. Maybe this woman, every time he had a good idea, she shot him down. No, we can't do that. No, I'm not going to do that. No, you're not good at that. Why would we? Like, all of those different things cause doubt in a man's mind. So maybe that's the reason why he didn't marry this woman. Now, 10 years is a long time to give to anybody, but it also goes to why, or let's just ask this question. Why would a man change? Well, the reason he's going to change is because he's going to change over time. His mindset changes from the age of 18 to about 21, somewhere between 21 and 25. And then when he's 30, he doesn't have the same mindset that he had when he was younger. But by the time he reaches 40, his mindset is completely different, because he's starting to see things in the world. He's starting to see, dang, they got a house. Man, he started this and that business. Oh my gosh, wait a minute. He's driving this and driving that. He's flying. Oh my gosh, wait a minute. He's able to take women out and like shut down Dodger Stadium. Yes, I'm talking about Drake. The biggest thing is she probably wasn't attentive. She probably didn't appreciate anything that was being done. So this is why men change, because over time you change, because you start to see things that you want to do, that you want to experience, and you get out of survival mode. Well, some men actually never make it out of survival mode, but some men start to say, you know what, let me get out of survival mode and start to do things a little bit different. In fact, most men will say, or most men I come across will say, you know what, I'm going to start doing something different now, today. Whenever that day is, there's usually a aha moment, right? Now, for women, I want y'all to think about this. When you're looking for a husband, right? When you're waiting on a husband, Are you bending over for random dudes? Are you bending over for guys that you actually think have the potential to be your husband? So let me ask you, women. So let me ask this. Are you going to find your husband when you go on a girls trip or when you go on girls nights out? Now, maybe you can find this if the girls you with are not hating on you. Maybe you can find this if you're not in competition with that same woman. It's just like with men. When we see a group, right, we all want to choose the best looking one or the one that we think is the best, right? So you have to hope that this woman or these women are encouraging you to go get that man, or they're going to get that man for you. I'm saying this because I've had women who've had their sisters, their friend actually come up to me and say, hey, my homegirl would like to talk to you. Do you want to talk to her? Sometimes I accept and sometimes I don't, especially when the homegirl looks way better than the girl she's trying to get me to approach. Now, it's also important to note that men, our desires, they change, right? Like we get to a point to where we see a woman and we like, oh my gosh, like I just got to have her. A lot of us look at that as lust, and it definitely is lust, but we can PG it and say this is the woman of his dreams, right? Especially if the woman he's with stops putting out. One thing that I've realized is that the longer you're with someone, the more the sex starts to go down, right? It may start high, right? Where you're like, oh my gosh, I gotta have her. This is just mind blowing. This is great. This is amazing. Man, she sucks the soul out your boy, right? Or she gets you right back up. You just roared, and then all of a sudden you right back ready to go. Now, I know every woman thinks that she has the golden badge, but I'm gonna just tell you, every woman does not have the golden badge, okay? She doesn't. The biggest thing that I think I may have left out is the reason why a man would marry a woman after 7 months is because he feels like she's just a good human being, or this is a rebound relationship. So that's something to be careful with too, because sometimes them rebound relationships don't work out and they're actually just flings. So when it comes to flings, fellas, I want you guys to increase your confidence, because if you don't think that you're going to be rebounding or trying to get to the next person, get to the next woman, you're fooling yourself. You are fooling yourself. So here are 3 things that will help you increase your confidence. One is meditation. This helps with your mind. Also listening to affirmations or saying affirmations. Those 2 things put together, powerful, right? Because the goal is action. The goal is to actually get things done. Next is exercising. The reason you want to exercise is so that you have a healthier body, so that you have a better quality of life, and so that you are at your most attractive, because if you don't think women like attractive women, you are crazy. Next, and the final reason is invest your money, right? You get money. Women love to spend money. So you have to figure out how to save money and how to invest money, right? You want to save money just in case something happens. People call it a rainy day, but you also want to make sure you have some money that you're investing so that that money actually grows. I call it a ROI, or a return on investment, or getting a return on your money. So put your money into things that give you a return, because the majority of women I come across, they know how to spend money. It's very rare that a woman knows how to make money. So adapt. Fellas, after you get your confidence together, adapt to dating, because it has definitely changed. Dating has changed so much so to where you have women actually begging. But when they're begging, you have to really think about something, right? Which day did you catch them on? Is she exhausted from all the activities that she's been up to, right? Did you catch her on the day where she needs her hair done, her nails done, her makeup done? Or is she actually hungry? Because that's going to determine how much she's going to cost for that day. This is stripper culture. So friends with benefits, situationships, flings and vacay bays. The majority of these relationships are transactional. So if you don't have something to transact, then it's going to be hard for you to actually get any play in today's day, because there are men who have cashed apped women so much to where they think it's normal. They think it's normal for them to receive money from men for doing absolutely nothing. Then they find out later on that he didn't just cash app yo dumbass. He cashed apped her and her and her and her too. So now guess what you're doing? You're sharing. So with all of this being said, I have to ask you guys a question. What do you think? Do you think that women are going to stop begging men, or do you think that they're going to beg men even more? Comment under this video. Remember, when you are watching these videos, you are becoming the best version of yourself. That means you 2.4. Other than that, I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.